Welcome to Intro to Proofs, section 2.3. I'm coming to you on March 23rd, 2020. So we're going to do, this is going to be the part one. We're going to do the preview activities. So preview activity 1, sentences that are not statements. So in question number 1, we're asked, how many solutions does the equation x squared minus 5 equals 0 have if x is restricted to being a real number? Well, you can solve that by moving the 5 over, square root of both sides, and there are two solutions. X is positive or negative square root of 5. Now, x squared minus 5 equals 0 if x is restricted to being integer has no solutions because both of the solutions from the real numbers are not integers. So you can have this illustrates that it's important to know what type of thing the variable stands for. So if it's a real number, we can have two solutions here, 0 solutions here. Now let's compare the following two sentences. Square root of x is a real number. For each real number x, if x is greater than 0, then square root of x is a real number. You see that the second sentence is a statement, but the first sentence is not a statement because we don't know what type of thing x is. Now, I want to, in preview activity 2, there's some new definitions, some old definitions, and I'm not going to go over all of them. Just know that you should be very aware of what these mean: set, variable, and universal set. And you should be really cognizant of what these number systems are: real numbers, rational numbers, integers, and natural numbers. So what real numbers, so number 1 from this section was, what real numbers will make the sentence square root of x is a real number a true statement when substituted for x? And that answer is kind of from the last one, is that it's got to be a real number greater than or equal to 0. What real numbers will make this sentence sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1 a true statement? Well, that's all real numbers. It's true for all real numbers. Number 3, what real numbers will make the statement y squared minus 2y minus 5 equals 0 a true statement? Well, if you remember your quadratic formula, that would be negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And that's going to simplify to be 1 plus or minus square root of 6. And what natural numbers will make this sentence square root of n is a natural number a true statement when substituted for n? That's all the square numbers: 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on. And then finally, calculus is not a prerequisite for this course, but we're going to include calculus statements here and there because for those of you who've had calculus, logic still applies to calculus. So what real numbers make the sentence that integral is greater than 9 a true statement when substituted for y? Well, if you integrate, those of you who've had calculus remember the product rule. So the 2 goes to 3, divide by 3, and then integrate there. So y is greater than or equal to 3. If you haven't had calculus, don't worry about this. That's all of our preview activities for this section.